from the mean streets of South Lyon, Michigan. This is the Off Center Sports Card Show. We'll talk all cards, modern and vintage, graded and ungraded, and stories of the hobby. Sit back, grab a cold one, and let's join George Jackson and Coach Pat. Welcome to the OC.
Coach Pat.
We are back in business, my friend. How are you?
I am good. You're out coaching today, I see.
Yep. Coaching up America's youth in the cold. Suffered through a 11-run defeat in sub 40 temperatures.
Okay.
And now we're going to prepare for some snow tomorrow. So
Did you get the dub? Did you get the L? What you got there?
We took the L.
Okay. That's the kid's fault then.
It is.
As a coach, I always say that.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't be elite losing by 11.
You can't.
So
you can't.
What's going to happen?
But when you win, it's the coaches.
Absolutely.
100%.
What's going to have
man.
to happen? These kids are just going to have to miss school tomorrow. Just got to go get 1,000 swings in over at DBAT. That's what's really important.
That is.
It's
It's
academics.
exactly.
Johnny needs his full ride to Vanderbilt.
Right.
You're not going to do that sitting in a classroom.
You think Badu? Do you think he cares about his academics?
No, he doesn't.
No, not at all.
But,
So big. I mean, shit. It's been 2 weeks. It's nice to see you. You're a little tan.
Yeah,
Looking good.
It's part baseball tan, part vacation tan, and got away for a little bit, little family vacation, and now we're back. Time to get back to business, pay the bills. But it's good to see you back in the chair, my friend.
Thank
I know,
you.
The fans were concerned. Had a little health scare last week.
Yeah, it's all
you got to show the hospital you're at the George Jackson charm.
That's right.
And I'm sure they were thrilled to have you as a patient.
A length of charm. That's what they got. Huh?
It's sad to see you go.
Right now. Let's talk about this first. We are in a different location, as everybody can see this week.
We sure are.
Let's talk about it. Easy Speak.
Yep, the Easy Speak Easy, and what a setting. And we were complimenting Rich and Tom, our producers, who you guys see or hear every week. Big part of the show. But I mean, we got Sam Adams Summer Ale on tap. And we talk about their podcasts all the time. The Easy Speak Easy 330.
Love
they've
it.
got a very loyal following, and it's an honor to be in their studio hosting tonight. We had a little mishap around 4:00. At the corporate headquarters. Otis the Bulldog, we got to get him an invisible fence. All he wants to do, he wants to take off in the backyard and go running into the pond. So we got to get that invisible fence put in for him.
Can you blame him?
So exactly. He says, get me out of this place.
Yeah, no shit.
So the guy's going in to install the fence and cuts our fiber optic internet cable line. So, hey, we had to adjust on the fly.
Well, we make that adjustment and it goes.
But hey, we find a way.
We are the OC. We are the OC. There's no doubt about it. So,
but hey, this is I think certainly an upgrade. So I'm sure we'll get an invoice for this one. They'll slide the invoice under the door.
Somehow they make us look good every single time, and I can't figure it out. It's all about the producers back there. They are huge.
Yep. They're the ones
we got the peanut gallery and then one producer. So, yes.
Here, bitch.
But what do we got? Yeah.
But hey, a lot to talk about. Obviously, it's been a couple weeks.
Yep.
I guess the one thing I'd like to discuss, we're a few weeks into the baseball season.
Yes,
now.
we are.
And in saying that, it's now you're starting to see a lot of fluctuation in the card prices.
Yeah. Speaking of baseball, guys, stick around. We're gonna be giving away Lance Parrish autographed baseball today. So trivia question that'll be coming up a little later. Our producer Rich will be the judge on that. First one that says the correct answer, we'll get it. Is inscribed 3-time Gold Glove winner, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that comes from John Yu at Pro Sports Zone.
John Yu, who was our guest on the last episode of the OC. You're not going to find him much better than John Yu, but just looking at this baseball, they don't sign them like this anymore.
They don't.
Look at the signatures on some of these cards and beautiful penmanship there by Lance Parrish. Excellent. Love it.
Great. So,
but it's
yes.
great to have baseball season
Yes,
back. And
definitely.
I love just seeing how performance adjust the card prices.
Yes.
You're seeing cards go up, go down. One guy, every card that has his name on it is through the roof right now, and I'm talking about Ronald Acuna Jr., one of the brightest and best young stars in this game.
Yes.
And he does it all. He hits for power. He can run. He plays defense. He's got personality. And that's always been the knock on
Let
Mike
the kids
Trout.
play.
It's always been the knock on Mike Trout.
Yeah, Trout's got the personality. This doesn't have that flair, so to say.
Yep. But so you look at Ronald Acuna Jr., and he's second in the majors in batting average at 419. He leads the MLB in hits at 26. He's got 7 home runs, which is number 1 in the MLB, 16 RBI. So you look at that hot start. He did get injured last night. He left the game.
I saw that.
The Cubs.
I did see that.
It doesn't look to be anything major.
Right.
Looks to be
more of a muscle type pull. It looks like. Yep.
An ab strain. So you look at Ronald Acuna's cards. So his signature card is that 2018 Topps update in the blue jersey.
Correct.
So that card is up 21% the last 7 days.
We're on a Pat's Market Minute right now. What's going on here? I mean, we're just jumping all over the place.
30% the last 30 days. So that card was going for under $200 at the end of March. If you want that same card today, you're paying in the neighborhood of $285. So that just shows you how quickly things can change.
And we're not only seeing that in the popularity of his rookie, it's every card with Ronald Acuna. And that's the way the industry is right now.
Yeah.
It's popping and going crazy. And I know another guy we see as locally is Badu.
Yes, Badu.
Yes.
Although this past weekend in the Oakland series, I think we can call he was Badu.
Well, a couple of tough pitchers there. I will say that. Tigers aren't a good team, though. Remember that.
I think his stat line in the series was 0 for 11 with 8 strikeouts. That sounds like a George Jackson high school stat line.
Wow. Do I have to pull out the books and go over this again?
I know. You just got out of the hospital. I hit you below the belt.
I tell you, man. Right below the
send
belt.
You right back in there.
Right.
But that's a great example, George. You bring up Badu. And I fell into this trap myself. I was like, oh my God, this guy is, he's absolutely on fire right now. And, he came out of nowhere and hit a 450-foot home run against the Astros, which was awesome. He's a great example of a guy. And I mean, people were talking about him as like the best story in baseball to start the season.
Correct.
So you look at his card, his big card is a 2018 Bowman Chrome prospect.
Correct.
And a lot of people are chasing the autograph version of that card.
That's the only one that's out there, I believe, for the Bowman. Yeah.
Yep. So you look at that card. You could have had it on March 20th for $120 at its peak when Badu was really starting to Badu mania. I think hit absolutely max capacity, $700 in early April. That same card. It's slowly starting to come back to earth. It's at about $440 if you want that same card today. But that's Badu in a Twins uniform because that's who he came up with.
And I still think we're looking at a strong prospect there. 23 years old?
Yeah.
22. Correct. Yeah. Strong prospect. I look at his approach at the plate. I look at his stance, everything like that. He's solid. He's a well-balanced hitter. He's got a lot of potential. They're popping him around the outfield a lot, different positions, put him at DH, put him at pinch hitter. He hasn't settled in yet. Might take him a little while to do that, but Tigers made a good move there.
Yeah.
They got a guy that's got the speed. He's got the game. He looks smart the way he's playing it so far. So, like I said, you got to give it time. But he's a guy that's going to be up and coming right now. And Acuna's up there. And we're seeing guys like Vlad Jr. right now.
Yep.
Judge, he's starting to pop a little bit more now. Stanton's starting to pop a little more. JD Martinez. I mean, we're talking some veteran players there now that are really starting to pop the bat now. So it's going to be interesting to see where these guys go. But Vlad, big on him. Lost a lot of weight.
He did.
This offseason. And there's a lot of projections on him.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a hot start too. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's got an 1174 OPS.
Mm-hmm.
So his big card is a 2019 Topps Update base. That card is up 71%
Wow.
the last 7 days. So that card was going for about $55 on mid-March, March 20th. It's $80 today.
Amazing.
So just, but for every guy that gets off to the hot start, there's also good buying opportunities with some guys
There
that
is.
maybe, you know, have fallen off the radar.
And we've been talking about that for weeks with guys like
So
that.
here's one example is Cody Bellinger. You know,
Injured right now.
injured. So 4 games into the season.
Yep.
Now I think they said they diagnosed it as he's got a hairline fracture in his fibula.
Okay.
They don't think it's going to be a long-term thing.
Got to be long term for me though.
Yes.
It would be.
A lot of exams.
It would.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
A lot of exams, Mr. Jackson.
A lot of exams.
This is going to hurt you. Me
Yeah.
worse than it's going to hurt you.
Male nurses and sponge
Yep.
baths.
Well, hey,
Yep.
each gotta get
Gaylord,
done.
Gaylord will be in there.
Right.
But Bellinger, I mean, a league MVP. So his 2017 Topps card. So he was going for $212 March 20th. That same card is now down to $145. So it's dropped
Wow.
over 30%. So to me, great time to buy Cody Bellinger.
Wow.
I'd be all over that.
I feel like Jim Price here. I'm going, wow, great.
Buggy whip.
Yeah.
And the last one is Luis Robert. Luis Robert is, again, people I think expected him to come out and just jacking home runs.
Dude's raking though.
He is. He's doubles, hitting doubles up the gap.
Without Eloy in that lineup.
but his cards have dropped too. That Bowman Chrome, that 2018 Bowman Chrome was going for about 280 on March 20th. That same card is now down to about 175. So you've got 2 good buying opportunities in my mind on
I agree.
Cody Bellinger and Luis Robert. So keep an eye on those 2 and watch the Badoo cards as well. I think he's gonna continue to come back down to earth and.
So you're not a believer, huh?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I'm not. I think 700
Sky high. You're not the sky high. You think everybody just got happy with it and
out of hand. But I agree with you. I think he's a good prospect. I think that's a guy I would consider investing.
right. What about the pitchers, so to say? Like locally, we have here Casey Mize, and you see guys like Jacob deGrom and Shane Bieber, whose cards are soaring up in price, and
Yep.
pitchers are always a riskier investment.
They are.
And
Yeah,
can you kind of get into that, Pat? Why pitchers are more of a tougher investment?
Yeah, pitchers are just one, they're not everyday
Okay.
players, right? So they're gonna play it every 5
Yep.
days, whatever. So you're not seeing them quite as often, and then they might have that occasional bad start, like Casey Mize got roughed up the other day, but hey,
Wasn't even roughed up. He didn't walk anybody.
Yeah, he's a rookie, and
That's the thing too. People are hard on that.
but guys like Bieber, Tyler Glasnow from Tampa Bay has gotten off to a good start. His cards have gone up, but pitchers never rise. It's like comparing. It's like in football, comparing the quarterback. So the quarterback would be your everyday player, like a Mike Trout, and then your running backs would I would say would be
Every play
comparable to a
player
pitcher.
almost had to say, yeah.
So they're just not. They don't have the same cachet. They're not the sexy. Not the sexy pick. That the quarterback or the everyday player is. So, people are investing in that. They want to see that home run. They want to see Trout hit.
Chicks dig the long ball,
Yes,
as they always
do.
say. Yep.
Yes, they do. So, certainly keep an eye on pitchers. There's value there. Like with last year when like Walker Buehler is a guy that I'm a big fan of with the Dodgers. So I was picking up some of his cards, but I just never saw no matter how well he was playing, you just never see the card escalate like you would for an everyday guy.
And sometimes you might be in that 2 to 3 year range for a pitcher too.
Right.
People were tough on Verlander when he first came
Yep.
up. And if you look at his stats, they were not pretty when he first started for Tigers. I mean, Casey Mize is on his 4th or 5th start now total. He's got a lot of road ahead of him, and it's going to happen. I mean,
it's like we've talked about in past episodes. It's that instant, instant gratification. People want that quick flip, that quick turn. You're not gonna get that from a pitcher. It'll take a pitcher. It's gonna take a pitcher a while to kind of find his footing.
And especially in today's times too, where they're limiting these guys to only 5-6 innings, basically too. They want to baby them in.
Yep. You got your middle relievers, closers. So be patient on pitchers. But Bieber, to me, Bieber's lights out. He is a lights out pitcher. That guy's incredible.
Yeah.
We watched him on opening day. 10, 12 Ks
Yeah.
against the Tigers, which
We just tied Nolan Ryan's record of 4 games of 45 Ks now or something like that.
absolute
4 games, 10 or more strikes.
absolute
Wow.
stud. He's a stud.
Yep. And he got it. But back to the hitters, be patient on the guys too. Like be patient on a Luis Roberts. They're not going to do it all
Absolutely.
at once.
No.
And Cody Bellinger, great guy to collect. Personally, I PC a lot of his stuff. But I understand I have to be patient with him right now. He's a big body. He's going to get banged up more than the regular guy is. He's out in the outfield too.
Yep.
He's not a first baseman, big body.
That's the thing. So for everybody watching or listening, just keep an eye on guys that have also gotten off to slow starts, and people are going to panic and sell off. Like, oh my God, Cody Bellinger's hurt. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to unload my Cody Bellinger collection. So you go on eBay or wherever, Facebook, My Slabs. Start hunting for guys like Cody Bellinger, Luis Robert.
You're going to get them at a good value now, more than anything, and it's important.
A lot of value. Out
Yep.
there with those two. So that's the fun part about baseball season starting up, and you've got basketball, kind of in full swing. You're going to start hitting the home stretch of the season with the playoffs. So, it's a lot of focus on baseball and basketball right now, which means football is kind of the forgotten.
Yeah, we're going to get to football here in a second, but kind of go to the sport of basketball right now. It's an interesting thing right now. They're kind of in that coasting mode for the playoffs. And you don't see a big spike in value of guys right now. Tatum, I think, is going back up again, but we're not seeing like a huge influx of these guys. Just kind of in that. What do you think? You think playoffs? They're just kind of preparing themselves.
It is kind of a weird time right now. You're not going to, like Tom mentioned, Curry, I think, just passed Wilt Chamberlain last week
for women slept with her. What was the record? I mean, that's a great record Wilt has.
Those records that's never going to come down. It's like that's up there with the Joe DiMaggio 56 game hit streak. It's unattainable.
Yeah.
Unattainable. You'll never see it again.
Iron Man.
Wilt's hit 56 for sure. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to call that Saturday night.
Exactly. Saturday night.
Saturday night. But yeah, you would think when Curry does something like that, a milestone, you'll see a big spike. You have it. Same with Luka.
Interesting one.
That buzzer beater he hit.
Yeah.
Against,
what a shot that was. That little Euro type.
I keep waiting for that Prism PSA 10 to just. It's been hovering in that it's $1,200 to $1,400 range for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I think obviously the big problem, I don't know. I think they overprinted.
Well, I think it's interesting you say that. I was reading my mind there with it too. Is I think we've seen such a huge amount of cards coming out. Especially the 2020-21 year. It's like they're coming out still, and I mean it's just nonstop. It's nonstop. It just keeps going and going and going, and it's not flooding the market, but it's too many products at once. I think that's my opinion.
Yep.
I think the market's great, but just too many products at once, and then you get guys like LaMelo getting hurt, and Sadiq Bey. Did you see Sadiq Bey Day? 6 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Today?
Yeah, 6 for 7 in the first quarter.
I read.
So we're seeing rookies like that are good investments. Also,
I read an article the other day. If they were to redo last year's NBA draft, that Sadiq Bey would be a top 10 pick.
Wow. Great.
Got a
question there.
Austin Jackson, former.
Yeah. What do you guys do to check the value of cards? I use eBay, sold, but I'm curious how Pat is getting a 1 month range. A lot of it. I mean, I'll speak first to eBay. 130 point is good. Pat, what do you kind of use also?
I use Sports Card Investor. Jeff Wilson is one of the best. He's so informed. There's an app that you can download. Sports Card Investor app. Giving Jeff a free plug here. Just go to your app store, Sports Card Investor, and they also go off recent eBay comps. But you can find it a lot easier. You can search by player, then that brings up all their cards. it'll show you trends of, 30, 60, 7 days chart. So it's very easy to track how a certain card is doing, how certain players are doing.
And that's Sports Card Investor.
Sports Card Investor. Yep.
I put that in the comments for him.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Rich.
But no, good question. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to find that out.
Yeah, because some of your stuff isn't going to go back. It's only going to go, 60 days on eBay or?
Yep.
Yeah, 60 days on eBay. So we have to sometimes research deeper for stuff that's more lower numbered, of like serial numbered cards, stuff like that. So.
But no, great question. And I'm glad there's so many people are developing tools now to make it easier to find comps. Because if you're buying and selling, it is nice to know kind of what the range of a certain card is. And, now it's much easier to find that information. Yeah. And also another great one too is for graded stuff is vintage grading. Vintage grade. Okay.
Yeah, because that's good too.
Is that an app?
No, they don't have it in an app yet, but on the website, you can kind of see what everything went for. And I'm talking years in the past. So you can see PSA, SGC, Beckett, everything. So that's a vintagecardprices.com. It's called vintagecardprices.com. That's another good app for graded stuff, mostly vintage, of course, too. Hence the name.
Yeah, very creative name.
I know. Yeah, you like that. So what do we got? I mean, Pat, we've had new releases come out. I know we kind of talk about the new releases here and there. What do you got coming out? I mean,
we have, and gosh, it's been a lot of stuff got jammed up last year with with COVID, and a lot of releases got pushed back. But so in the last week and a half, we've had Select Football come out.
Oh, I love Select, by the way. It's one of my favorite products for basketball and football, not baseball.
Basketball and football, not baseball.
Not baseball.
Once they get the rights to be able to put the names on the
that'll be nasty then, yeah.
So National Treasures Football just came out, and anybody that is familiar with the hobby, National Treasures is the absolute best of the best.
Yep.
It's going to cost you, but just some of the patches, the RPAs that they do,
booklets,
all on card autos. I mean, it is just
the way it should be when you're paying a premium.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful cards. But just seeing these football launches here in the last 7 to 10 days has kind of got me thinking. And I think we have
you're thinking.
We have about a time. No.
Oh, boy.
Boy. But I think we have about a week or so window now to start buying up, some players, because as the NFL draft gets closer, you're going to start to see a lot of fluctuation in card prices.
Okay.
So I guess I'll give you one example. We all know Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number one pick.
Correct.
Foregone conclusion. So with that said,
by Jimmy Smith rookies,
how will that impact other players on the Jags? So I'd be thinking about, all right, who are the key wide receivers on Jacksonville that will benefit from having Trevor
Keenan
Lawrence?
McCardell.
That's right.
Keenan McCardell.
Yep. Fred Taylor in the back.
Oh yeah,
Marvin Jones.
They did.
They did pick up Marvin. That's right.
Yeah, Marvin.
That's
he's
why.
in Jacksonville.
Did he go to Jacksonville?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
So LaVisca Chenault. He was a rookie that they picked
Baylor.
up. Colorado.
Was it?
Yep.
Somewhere out there.
Speaking of Baylor, that's my next guy. Denzel Mims.
That's
New York Jets.
yes.
Baylor guy. So Zach Wilson is rumored to be the foregone conclusion as the number 2 pick. All right. So if they pick up a new franchise QB, all right, how is that going to benefit others on the Jets? So you've got Denzel Mims, a key receiver over there.
Okay.
So those are the types and right now it's all rumor, right? So we don't know what's going to happen. So I would start looking at those cards before the draft, because once it actually becomes official, then you're going to start to see the bump.
As George feverishly takes notes right now.
I'm always taking notes here.
He's got notes down. He's like, all right, I'm going to get these. I'm going to wipe them out of eBay so Pat can't get them.
Exactly. And a guy we see like that too is, I think, interesting. Last year with the or 2 years ago, I should say, with the Bengals, when they drafted Burrow, you get the receiver there too. So do you see any rookie receivers maybe teaming up with some of these other big draft picks at quarterbacks?
Yes, that is a great point.
Of course it
you
is.
could see, because I made it.
Yes. Next.
You could see, obviously, they want to try to put weapons around Tua
Mhm.
in Miami. So Jamar Chase, who's a guy who's been also rumored to come to the Lions at 7. Jamar Chase at LSU.
Which I don't like, but I like Jamar Chase. I'm just saying.
Yep. So they're going to try to surround Tua with weapons. So say they do pick up a guy like Chase. Tua's cards of
Kind of like the T. Higgins almost kind of match up there where you might want to invest in them to see how it goes.
Yep. They've also talked about Kyle Pitts potentially going to Miami. But nonetheless, again, they're going to try to surround Tua with weapons. So again, Tua's a guy that I would look to. His cards have already started to kind of ascend a little bit. So maybe not a great buying time for Tua.
Hey, Pat.
It depends on the card.
Hey, Pat. Miami's not 3rd anymore.
No, 6. Yeah, they're 6.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Miami's 6.
I thought you were talking about 3rd. I was like, no, they're not 3rd anymore.
San Fran. So we get kind of on that same note. I'd look at San Francisco's wide receivers because San Fran's going to take a QB at 3. Also.
My boy Jimmy G's still there, though. I'm a believer.
You got a man crush on him?
I do.
Did you want him to be your nurse last week?
Yeah. Yes.
I closed my eyes.
Oh, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Oh, Jimmy.
It's like I like these guys where I have a lot of their cards.
Yeah.
So that's more than anything, really.
Yeah. No, I get
Like
it.
I love Jimmy G. Still, you can do it. You can do it.
It's like me and Drew Lock and Danny Dimes.
Oh yeah. Wow, Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Danny
Hold on.
Dimes is coming back.
He will be back.
Kenny
Yes.
Galladay. They're talking about drafting Devontae Smith.
They have the best tight end in all of football too, in my opinion.
Ingram?
Yes.
Evan Ingram?
Yep. He's solid, man.
Best tight end in all of
That's a
football.
bold
That was-
That is
Okay.
a bold
That's
How
a
about-
bold
How
statement.
about the NFC East? Can I go back
Yeah.
now?
Back.
I don't even know.
Can I backtrack on that one?
Hey, be careful on them heels, okay? When you're back.
I thought of 10 other guys.
Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Ertz out of Philly.
Ertz, is he still playing?
He is.
I'll take
I
Ingram
think-
over Ertz though right now.
Really?
You come on. You would not take. You got to. Yeah.
You're just lucky Eric Ebron's not in the NFC East. We would have just.
Where is he now?
Dropped him his prime.
Steelers.
Is he still Steelers?
Dropped him his prime. No,
Maybe.
Signed a 1 year.
Yeah, I think he's worn out his welcome there. That guy's the
Yeah.
worst. He's the worst.
Heard Detroit's looking at him.
We don't.
We
We're talking about drafting another tight end in Pitts. So
He's not a tight
Hawkinson,
end.
Pitts,
We have Jesse James still.
Jesse James.
No, Jesse's gone.
He gone.
Oh, Jesse's gone.
He's gone.
They took his $8 million.
But anyways, National Treasures.
It's
What are we at a box on that right now?
We're up there, and I'm going to get to that.
I thought you were going to bring one with you today, and we're going to do a live break.
I'm going to get to that later in the show.
Okay.
We're going to get to that later in the show. But
Okay.
the purpose of this is really just to start thinking, start looking at your team or who you collect, who you invest in, and start thinking about players who are going to benefit from next week's NFL draft. You see it every single year. Now is, in general, a great time to just be buying football because everyone's so focused on baseball and the NBA.
They are. Yep.
NHL.
Yep.
Football is now kind of starting to get into that slow period. We have like I said, about a 7 to 10 day window. Where football, they're going to be talking about the draft, but until these picks become official, it's all rumors. So there's some good deals to be had out there.
Now, what about you talk about the quarterbacks being drafted, which I know is a topic we're hitting on there. What about the guys that have moved around? So you look at like the Cooper Kupps over in Josh Reynolds, guys like that over in
Sam Darnold
in the Rams, Sam Darnold moving to where he's at. You got a lot of guys moving around, and then receivers going to teams like we talked a little bit with Danny Dimes over in New York, with getting Galladay now. I don't know of any other big name receivers that have moved, huge names compared to that.
Teams aren't investing the money in receivers.
No, they're not.
that they used
But
to.
what do you think about that? Like, do you think a good time is now to get the Daniel Jones rookies and?
Yeah, I mean the Danny Dimes started to ascend as when they picked up Galladay, and people also recognize that Saquon Barkley
And a guy like Saquon to be there too. I was going to say, yeah.
Saquon's coming back.
Yep.
And if they draft another receiver, Danny Dimes, he'll have no excuses.
And Evan Ingram.
Yeah,
And Evan Ingram.
he'll have no excuses. So my advice to everybody watching, start looking at start looking at who's rumored to go where, and in turn how that can impact certain prices for certain cards. So, Jets start looking at Jacksonville wide receivers, Jets wide receivers, San Fran wide receivers, so that they have the third pick.
Ayuk.
Tua, I think will be impacted with the Dolphins having the 6th and the 18th pick. Again, Daniel Jones with the Giants, Sam Darnold on a couple fronts. One, just having a fresh start in Carolina with Matt Rule, who I think is a really, really good coach, coming from Baylor, an offensive-minded guy. And I think Darnold has a ton of upside. His cards are still struggling right now. So if they draft a guy like a Jalen Waddle, somebody like that to continue to elevate.
Yeah, and let that kind of get to the point too. We talked about this before, but quarterbacks are the sexiness around the NFL, and good quarterbacks creates great wide receivers.
Sexy time.
Well, it's sexy. And the Tyreek Hill would be no Tyreek Hill without without Mahomes.
Right.
And same with Kelsey.
Yes.
You look at these guys, which Kelsey's probably the best tight end of all of football.
I thought you said Evan Ingram was
the
best tight end.
I'm sorry. I said in the NFC East.
Mind?
We'll edit that. I think Rich, you can edit that, can't you?
No,
He's the best tight end in
okay.
New York.
Well, that just happened. Okay.
Best tight end in New York.
but that doesn't mean we're not going to have a drop out of it.
It's not. Yeah.
That could be.
Heroes never hear the end of this.
There's
Right.
a couple other
I
ones.
love Evan Ingram.
It wouldn't be my first,
Gee.
probably. It won't be my
Does
last.
he even have a card, a prison card?
Maybe we can try to queue up, and I'll work on after I get done with the new opening montage for you guys. Maybe an O Sheila, more like an O Jimmy. Maybe like an O Jimmy tune, maybe.
Yes.
Which
just
one?
for you.
Which one's old Jimmy?
O Jimmy G for you.
Oh yeah, I think
Jimmy.
it meant like Jimmy. She's 5 callers ahead of you.
No,
No, not that Jimmy.
No, not that Jimmy.
Okay.
Not that Jimmy.
So what else?
Go
Go ahead, Pat. Where were you?
No, I just want people to be mindful of the NFL draft next week and how it can impact cards. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the Lions. There's a ton of different directions they could go. You could see Jamar Chase going to the Lions. Now, does that impact Jared Goff cards?
No.
No, we're still giving him away.
Yeah. No.
Oh, he has a
Man,
card.
quit being so hard on the guy.
No, I like the guy.
I
I'm a
like
huge
Goff.
fan. I'm a huge fan. I'm just saying card prices. So we're talking business here. Business.
Didn't it?
Because you got all the Goffs in your PC, don't you?
He does.
I should.
He's like, yeah.
I had the Cooper Cup. So I was a Cooper Cup guy.
That's why you don't
Cup
make money.
check.
Right.
Cup check.
Cooper Cup is
Hey,
the best
hey,
white
You
wide
were
receiver in the
buying
NFL.
up Cooper Cup cards?
Hey, and the reason why he's trying to unload him now, he got some medical bills you got to pay.
You're
for.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Last time I give you guys my purse.
Sponge bath.
There's HIPAA laws going on here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Back room
Yeah, they said that every time.
Yes, they did.
That's how they entered the room.
Was it more like grab your hips hooray or what?
You're really reaching with that one, Rich.
I know I am.
That was a bad one. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Rich, like, what can I have him reach for? And no, that didn't work.
Little George.
Failure.
Yeah.
Pat was supposed to pick me up that day, and he didn't.
Yeah, no, I had to get back to the baseball.
Right, I had to
field.
take a
Coach-
lift coming home
Coach-
from
Coach-
shitty Providence.
There
So
should be a free ride home. Or a
There
free
was.
shuttle home.
It was.
Is it free?
After all those prostate exams, should have been free.
So
Maybe the
here-
nurse should
here's
have
a great
drove you
story of
home.
that, though. Here's a great
Probably
story of
all the
this.
singles.
So the Lyft driver comes pulling up. It says Lincoln Town Car, all right? So the dude comes pulling up. Get in, and the thing is just the dirtiest vehicle I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I got a 7-year-old
Spicy
daughter, and
Cheetos in the
it's
back.
cleaner in the back seat than that is. All right. So the guy's like, I'm always nervous about picking people up at the hospital. I'm like, yeah. I go, I don't have COVID though. He goes, well, yeah, but I have COPD, and this whole vehicle
no.
smelled like smoke.
Oh,
So the guy's worried about that. Like he's obviously just huffing down cigarettes all day in that vehicle in between rides. Yeah, picks it up, reeks like smoke, dirty as can be. And all I'm thinking is, fucking Noonan was supposed to be here to pick me up. I sent him a text and he didn't respond.
What a jerk.
I'm like, the OC is going downhill quickly.
By any chance, did you draw any stick animals or stick figures on his tar infested windows or no?
I should have.
I would have drawn big dicks on it, to be honest.
I do
with you.
Schwartz usually in people's vehicles, and then it pops up, and then oh, I'm so rotten, man.
Well, you are.
I am.
Well, hey, when you're in second place in the handsome contest on the OC,
I know.
Hosts,
I'm trying.
that's the treatment you get.
I'm in the top
That's
two.
the treatment.
I'm in the
You're
top two. I'm in the
You're a
top two.
finalist.
So
Right.
Brett, what you're saying is you're undefeated.
Undefeated, never lost. I ain't never lost.
You guys lost today.
Call it the mellow, the jello, the fellow, the bellow. Never lost. Never lost.
Speaking of drops,
We're gonna get that.
there we go.
We'll get that one.
I would think so.
We'll get that.
Oh,
We'll get that
see,
one.
that's a guy, LeVar Ball, that I would pay to see. I would pay to see him do.
Jake Paul can fight him.
Stay, yes, Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul. Let's get to that. The sports real quick. I mean, Jake Paul. I mean, usually these guys, the Easy Speak Easy 330, they kick ass with their show. And talk about that. Jake Paul's got some game.
And he's fighting these tomatoes. That's the guy he just fought.
Hey,
Dude, he fought a fighter. He fought a fighter, regardless.
Hold on here. I wish there was a camera so you can see the disgusting look on my face when you said that. But let me tell let me tell you this right now. Yeah. Ben Askren just got done he just walked in the
Personally,
ring.
I think the whole thing's fixed.
Hey,
the whole thing.
He walked into that ring like he just got done eating out of a coney dog eating contest with Joey Chestnut.
He looked like he came from Lafayette, Coney Island.
That dude looked like a gigantic fat body. I'm like 220 and he looked bigger than me. Yeah.
So, but regardless, I think the whole thing's fixed.
He tagged him.
I mean, good point. I don't know.
He tagged him.
It's a street,
But it's
cash
so-
grab. It's a cash grab. Just
It
like,
is.
Just like when Jose Canseco did the fight with the Barstool guys at Rough and Rowdy.
Unit, how much would me and you raise if we fought? That's the question. I mean, I don't want none of it going to charity.
With our 3 viewers.
Yeah. Well, how many we got up there
14
right now?
today.
14,
right
because
now,
we're giving away shit. It's free shit.
We get
Hey,
So everybody just jumps on and says,
That's why
hey.
we saved the giveaway to the end.
Yeah.
Hey, can I promo that fight for you? Butterbean versus Noonan.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you like? See? This is where the shit starts right here. This is where it starts getting nasty.
See, that's why you
Call me Butterbean one more time.
Dude, what-
Flip the table. Yeah.
Like Jim Rome over here
Rome, yeah.
with Chris Everett. Call me Chris one more time.
Clones.
Call me Chris one more time.
All right, Chris.
You heard my Jim Rome impression?
King of the box. No, it can't be better than Frank Caliendo.
Here it is.
Let's hear it.
He does his dead air all the time. Jeez.
Yeah. Speaking of Jim Rome, I actually attended when he did the jungle.
So, did Jim Rome
at the
Fest?
Palace?
Yeah.
At the Palace.
Yeah, there was a grinder outside.
Tour stop.
Did I ever tell you about my grinder story outside?
This guy's
Grinder
on
the band, Darren McCarty's band.
Grinder the app?
No,
You're on Grinder the app?
not Grinder
You
the
dirty
app.
devil, you.
Wow. Jesus,
Grinder.
hospital trip
Darren
is
McCarty's band. Grinder was
man.
out there.
Really starting to see.
So they had women up there, and I started throwing money up, and then it became basically a show where outside in the parking lot where money was being taken. And Sean Belisian was out there too, and I don't think he was expecting that either. It was quite a show.
It was an unbelievable show.
The Jim Rome tour stops were off the hook.
I couldn't believe it. I took a buddy with a couple other buddies that lived in Royal Oak.
Let's get back to where he was on the Grinder
Yeah,
app,
I know.
please.
Yeah, we'll check his phone
Hey.
in a second.
Who was on? This is a good question for you. Who was on WDFN 1130 before Jim Rome?
The fabulous sports pig.
Fabulous Sports Babe.
Fabulous.
The fabulous sports pig.
The
Yes.
fabulous sports blob.
Yep.
That's what they called it.
And who was on before him? This was my guy, actually. This guy got me hooked up going to Lions training camp.
Was it Greg Henson?
Nope. That was morning.
I was-
3G is in the morning
I was
there.
a DFN nerd. The second they came out, man, I
Brandon
was.
Tierney?
Mega Man.
Yes,
Oh, the
what's
Mega
up,
Man.
baby?
Yes.
What's up, baby?
All right, get back to the show.
Okay, this is great. Our producer's yelling at us now.
Totally.
We're going like Detroit.
You went into the roundabout and just kept going around.
Oh.
You never picked a side. You just kept going.
You know,
But
speaking of roundabouts, and I'm just kidding. No, let's go.
Speaking of, yeah. Have you ever been to Venezuela?
Big Ben. Big Ben.
Hey, kids, look, Big Ben
Hey,
Parliament.
Big Ben.
No, we talked about the Jim Rome thing's a good example. It's talking about just going to weird events and paying to go see
Yeah.
Lamar ball. Ticket stubs.
Oh,
So we try to keep this to sports cars memorabilia, but
well, it's part of memorabilia, though.
It is.
It is.
And in ticket stubs, and gosh, when it started to go down this road, when I walked into Comerica Park and had to show them my phone and they scan it and I go in.
Oh, so sad.
I walk up with a big Ticketmaster piece of paper and they got to scan it.
That's where it started.
I'm so old school. I just love the ticket stub because you never know what's going to happen in that game.
Were you the guy outside, like Tiger Stadium? Ticket subs? Ticket subs? I'll take your ticket subs. Okay.
Because a ticket stub tells a story, especially
Yes,
if
it
you
does.
went to a game that there's some history behind it. But I know you're more well versed in that. You've been in the ticket stub game.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, my best ticket sub story is kind of get to that. It's actually non-sports. It's Garth Brooks. He came here to Palace 5 nights in a row. I went with a different girl every night. That's my ticket. So talk about telling a story. That's a great story there. Great storyline.
And he didn't meet him on. Oh, he might have met him on Grinder.
Thunder Rose.
So were all 5 shows end the same way?
What's that?
Did all 5 shows end the same way?
Well, that's all when the show ended, though.
I
Hey.
didn't know you could. I didn't know you were allowed to bring blow up dolls into the.
Question my game?
Hey,
They don't call me
Hey,
Action Jackson for nothing.
They're on the Grinder app. They're trying to figure out who the.
There was no apps back then, son. That was straight AOL chat rooms.
I'm gonna drop in the old AIMs.
Yeah, a little chubby chasers. What do you got there?
Oh man, you guys
So
are terrible.
let's talk about ticket stubs.
Let's talk
About creative story. The reason we bring this up is we're seeing a uptick in this and the pricing of ticket stubs, especially graded. It's one of those things that are just shooting back up in value. And if the collectors didn't keep their own ticket stubs from games they were at, or people just want to collect that historic moment that went on. Oh boy, he's laughing there. What do we got? We got questions.
Swingle.
Oh, Swingle!
Swingle.
Swingle.
Yeah, you know Swingle is going to be on today because there's a giveaway. You know damn well Swingle's going to be on.
Sparky Joe's hanging around for this one.
He's like,
all right.
You guys got to send that to the P.O. box. My wife doesn't find out, but George meets him on farmersonly.com. Find love in the field, baby.
That's right. There's a needle in every haystack there, Joe.
There's no option tonight.
Oh, Joe also said he misses throw him out Thursday. I do too. Remember Dominski and Doyle throw him out Thursday?
Geez. Yes, good one.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, this is our show. So if you want to get your own podcast, go ahead and do it yourself. But we're going to run ours the way we want. Okay. Thank you.
We're hiring on the iLogic.
Yeah, iLogic. Check them out. All right. They're charging now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why? Because of us. We grew this thing right up here.
To the moon, like
Yeah.
Doge.
Speaking
Like
of
Doge.
iLogic, I'm missing history and whiskey tonight. It's a good podcast. Yeah, so missing that one. But anyways, talking about tickets, I know you brought some ticket stubs here. Now,
I did.
let's kind of talk about these. And are these more personal, all personal, or?
These are all personal, and then
Wow.
I'm probably going to send these in to get graded. So I'll just kind of give
Backstreet's
you guys.
All right.
I was always big on saving the ticket stubs from games I went to. I just love
Same here.
having that.
I got them all in
that
plastic
ticket
sheets
in
or
hand.
holders.
So I don't know if the camera can see. This is one of my favorites. So this was game 4 of the 2006 ALCS, and I'm looking at the picture right now of Maglio hitting the walk-off home run against the Oakland A's.
You were there.
I was there.
Wow.
Here's the seat, 143
Oh, yeah, good
outfield
seats, too.
box.
Yeah.
That home run ball went right over my head.
I bet you right now, if I played this, Swingle's going to throw a dollar amount up.
So that was a great moment. I was there with my dad. It was awesome. It just years and years of Tiger frustration. Just
Yes.
you can see people were just dancing in the streets, strangers hugging each other. Stuff that'll never
It
happen
was
anymore.
1968 all over.
Right. Here's another one. This was Thanksgiving Day 2004. Lions Colts. Peyton
Oh,
Manning
geez.
torched us for 7 touchdown passes.
How was it?
Unbelievable. Very cool moment. I like to see different.
Do not put that up.
Nothing.
We're gonna just carry on. Swingle is making comments that we cannot put up on the screen.
Trip to Rupp Arena in Kentucky, Fenway Park, Wrigley Field. I like seeing all the different baseball stadiums. First trip to Notre Dame to see Michigan State.
Which one did you go? Oh, you saw
throttled.
You saw.
Now, how about this? You guys need help with the ladies. I mean, take advice from the ladies' man.
Yeah. What do you need?
Took my lovely bride to the.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about some other girl
Not
here.
revoke my man card here. The Michael Bublé concert.
Oh,
at the
I love
Palace.
Bublé. I'm a big Bublé fan.
Bublé is a stud.
Yep, me, Harry Connick.
Wait, hold on.
stud.
So you guys are saying Michael Bublé, and I can't post Joe Swingle's comment on here?
No, you just let us be. Okay, let us be in our moment here.
Last 2, Kentucky Derby goes without saying.
Pat is a big Kentucky Derby
Big
guy.
Kentucky.
How many years, bud?
About 15 straight years.
Wow.
It's kind of my annual father-son trip. Last one, just general Piston playoff action back when they had their run. So they're just some of my personal favorites.
All
But
right.
I know you've got a nice little.
I got a little
stack.
variety here.
You got yours in slabs.
Well, some of the stuff, I bought myself of history moments.
Ghetto slab.
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
first one. Talked about this earlier. The Lions playoff game.
91.
Yep, against the Cowboys.
Oh.
Ooh, that's
Right
the
there, boys. I
last
was there.
playoff Win.
I was there, and that was
There's a
big.
banner up there for it,
Section 327, row 20.
Oh, big spender.
$30. $30. I was 16 years old, so
Wow. I actually forgot to show that. How about that one?
ooh, love to drive.
Detroit Drive.
I went to the Drive
Arena
Championships.
Football, 1993.
There we
Oh,
go.
you have a sign over there? Yes.
It's represented here.
I
at
might
the
you can
Speakeasy.
throw that stub in. That's
I tell you what, I mean, this is a great story because 16 years old, me and my 3 buddies, we skipped class and we started calling Ticketmaster at 10 a.m. on all the payphones in school. Yeah, and well, they're
Rotary
push.
dial?
No, they're the push dial ones, but still, we had to keep calling the payphones to get Ticketmaster to get through. We finally got our tickets and ended up going to that game. And history there, buddy. History.
That might be the last one.
We talk about being sports card show. How about the Sports Collectors Convention at Chicago in 1993?
Wow, that gives you instant
National
credibility right
National Convention right
there.
there.
In 93. You're going to the
93.
National Convention.
The 14th National. Yep.
Nice job, Poindexter.
Oh, thank you. I wish I did that once. Okay, this one's a tough one here,
It's
guys.
back in Chicago this year, as a matter of fact.
1995 MHSAA, Michigan High School Athletic Association, Class A state championship for your South Lyon Lions. We lost that game in overtime. Coach Bob fucked that game up. He lost it for us. I'll say it right now in the air.
Blaming the coach?
I blame the coach on that. It was a terrible, we lost in overtime. And the great thing about this ticket, though, this was the largest crowd ever for a state championship high school football game in the state of Michigan.
To this day.
To this day, still. Yeah. Lapeer West for South Lyon. 2 teams that never were there before, 2 small towns. It was like Hoosiers going in there, baby.
Really?
And after we lost that game, I broke a Silverdome seat right off.
What did Coach Bob do?
We went into overtime, and he went
Did
he
he
went
make
for
them
it
win?
instead of kicking 3. Lapeer West comes out, runs 2 plays, kicks it, wins the game.
And then everyone showed up at Coach Bob's house with pitchforks.
No, we went up to the South Line Hotel after my brother played on that team.
Oh, Jim, that's all right.
Yeah, Jim was on
a
that
tight
team.
end, wasn't he?
Yeah, tight end on that team and special teams.
He loved tight
He played with
ends.
Jason Duncan, too.
Yeah, Duncan was on that team. A lot of my friends were on that team, and parents and family were up at the hotel, and it was like a funeral. We were upstairs, had the whole upstairs rented, and it was just depressing.
That's a tough
It's one of those games my brother has never watched again. I don't think my dad ever watched it again. I've watched it again.
I mean, it seems like you have a ton of great memories with that. You look at that ticket stub, man. It seems like you're going to go into a total rage.
It is. It's just, it's sad.
You
It's
can
sad.
See his blood pressure.
You had our
going up.
chance to
It's
win
like-
it, and we let him off the hook.
we let him off the hook. We
Knew who they
played
were.
to win the game.
So,
Hey, you can't say he never lost. He lost.
yeah, I'll go to two more events I've been to. How about Pat? How about the 1995 Bowling U.S. Open at Joe Louis Arena?
Is that
At Joe Louis Arena.
Wow.
Is that at Pins in South Lyon?
That was the first arena bowling in the PBA history. That's what started it.
The biggest crowd in Joe Louis Arena.
Can you give me the winner of the PBA U.S. Open?
Pete Weber. Pete Weber.
Was
Jr.
it Pete Weber?
It was not.
It's the only
Parker
bowler.
Bone.
It was
Parker
not
Bone the third.
Walter Ray.
the third. Good job, Noonan. I like that. Wow.
Walter Ray.
No. Dave Husted.
Next, never heard of him.
Yeah.
Well, he was the winner.
Sounds like the name of a weatherman.
Solid bowler. All right. How about this? This was what cool event. I was up 1994 World Cup
That's a
at
good
the
one.
Silverdome.
That's a good one. I respect that one.
And never been so hot in a place in my life because they brought in natural grass and they had no ventilation there or anything. And the grass would die like in 2 days completely. And it was
not if D&G is servicing it.
It's true.
Live forever.
And we had USA versus Switzerland.
Who was
Yes.
who won that match?
USA. If you remember 94, that was a great run they made all the way until July 4th when they lost to Brazil. But great. It was awesome having the World Cup. And I'm not
Alexi Lalas days?
Yeah,
Yes.
Kobe Jones, Alexi Lalas,
Yeah, that was-
Tony Miola, and that.
Oh, Tony Miola.
Remember Tony Miola? He would
They wanted to be a kicker, yeah.
Yeah, for the Jets and stuff. So, but that was cool.
Hey, Tony.
Hold on, I'm getting a little parched there. All right, now we'll talk about tickets that I bought. And these ones I bought just because they were in such premier condition. 2 1954 Rose Bowl ticket stubs, Michigan State versus UCLA.
Now, would you consider getting those graded?
Yes, I am. I'm getting those graded, and I just haven't done it yet. But those are two cool things I bought. This one's a really cool one I bought. You could get this actually pretty affordable on like eBay and stuff. I think they're like 30, 40 bucks. This one's really sharp. 1983 USFL inaugural championship game. And who won that game, boys? Your Michigan Panthers.
Look at this.
That is correct.
Bobby slowing
Bobby
down.
Abear, Anthony Carter.
Bobby Abear.
Great history there. We got this one too in 1968.
Troy Pfeiffer's, I like it.
This is stuff we're starting to see go up, the World Series tickets. This is from
I like
68. This is
Great
game
year.
4. Tigers lost this one 10-1. And Bob Gibson there.
So you purchased that on.
I purchased this, yeah, separately. So
And so what, I guess, when did you purchase it? And I guess, is that just a PC item or
PC item.
not something
Yeah,
you're looking
PC
to
item. I
sell?
just wanted to kind of keep 68 championship year, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I haven't got into too many of them, but I dabble a little bit. And being a big boxing fan, a lot of guys ask me, George, what do you PC? Most of it's all box. I love boxing. Love the sweet science. And the sweet science of biting ears, too, with Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson.
Is that
The
graded?
second fight. Yeah, it is graded a 1.5,
A
but
1.5.
a 1.5, 1.5.
So why is it? It looks
But
like it's off.
This thing's selling for like $200 now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Even as a 1.5?
Yeah, even as a 1.5. And I'll tell you what this is going to happen. This thing will shoot way up in price because they're talking about
Fight
a
again.
fight again. So we'll see what happens there. But
So we got a comment up here. It says my ticket stub for the first Under the Lights game against Notre Dame, walked out to smoke at halftime, didn't get let back in. Watched the last second play from the parking lot.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
those are the
So if
ugliest
you got-
jerseys I've ever seen in my
So
life.
if you got
by the
so
way.
if you got the ticket, I'll
Well,
take
I
it.
mean,
Don't throw it away.
You look at some examples of.
And Swingle also said soccer was the pussification of America.
I
That's
agree.
when it all went downhill.
So are electricians.
But you look
Hey, don't slap the hand that feeds you, dude.
I can right
at
now.
without electricians, this show is not even possible.
Oh, that is true.
So you got to credit James.
I know.
Hey, well, electricians matter, George. We love Joe Swingle. But you look at some of the ticket stub prices. Just here are a couple examples. So Kobe Bryant, his final game, scored 60 points, right? Final
Which
game
was,
ever.
yeah.
And it's debatable.
Yeah, we can
whether-
debate it.
how tight
It
the
doesn't
defense
matter.
was that game, but
Regardless.
it doesn't matter. So a PSA 9 of that ticket stub sold recently for $6,000.
Holy. What do you think Kobe's helicopter ticket would go for?
Oh, jeez. Beds are
OG
still.
just took
Wow.
Oh,
Man, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Kobe!
Right above your head.
Yes.
LeBron James, 2016 Finals, Game 7.
That was a little late.
2016
Rich was
Finals.
so upset of hearing that he just didn't know what to do.
Game 7. LeBron won the MVP. That was a great Finals. Obviously, a PSA 10 of that ticket recently sold for $4,000.
We got a question up there. Where you guys broadcast from? I'm going to make a listen.
Exactly.
I
know.
This is in the talks. We're talking about making us at a location soon. We can't really say yet because we haven't got it locked in, but that is something we are talking about, of having a live podcast broadcast.
Yes.
And get everybody involved. Have some beers with us, eh?
So the message to everybody out there, if you have any ticket stubs lying around, dig them up, take a look at them. And if there's certainly a special moment, a game of significance that you've been to where you have the ticket, send it into PSA. They'll grade it.
And we'll talk about that too, where PSA will actually put on the tickets of the stats of what on that game.
Will.
Yeah, they put on that. They automatically do that.
A Verlander no hitter.
Yes.
They'll put the significance of the
Yes,
game.
they put the significance of the game also. So you can have
But do you have to request that?
no, it's automatically. You can have a milestone done of Miggy's.
So if I send in this Maglio walk-off.
Yes, that's going to be
they would
Maglio
already-
Ordonez's walk-off
they
on
would
there.
already know?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's cool. And then you have it slabbed.
So when you send in your one from the South Lion game, is it going to say Coach Bob fucked us?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
What about LeBron when he put up 25 in the fourth quarter? What about that?
God, I still remember watching that game.
Which one?
25 straight points scored. It was like 2.
Oh, that was,
in the playoffs.
you know, that's where Old Man George came out and Bad Boys Forever came out. No, that shit don't happen back in the day. Your ass on the ground.
Yeah.
You do not just drive the hole like that. It's
That guy right
Layup.
hanging over
Bullshit.
your head would have put him on the ground.
bullshit.
But that ticket probably.
No,
that ticket stub was
everything's too soft.
But no, everything's got its milestone moment to it. And if you have your tickets, that's a cool thing where PSA does that. And I like it a lot. I mean, you can start sending those tickets in, and like I said, they will.
Yeah. I have yet to start to get into the ticket stub game, but I am very intrigued by it.
And I think, Pat, one thing you will like is sending them in yourself.
Yep.
Of sending in, like you said, the Maglio home run. It doesn't matter about the grade. It might just come back authentic because a lot of them are stubs. Now, they do not grade Ticketmaster stubs.
Really?
To let you know, yeah.
They
That's
do
the one
not
thing they do
grade.
not do.
Okay.
But they do season ticket stubs and stadium issued tickets like that.
Okay.
They do not do Ticketmaster stubs, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're
I'm not sure what the exact reasoning is on that.
Back in the day, a lot of the
And I think a lot of them are reissued too. I think because you could reprint them a lot easier.
Actually,
like Ticketmaster can reprint
I would
those.
be more interesting in slabbing the back of this Detroit Drive ticket stub.
What do you got on there?
combo.
Big boy $2.99
the big boy coupon on there.
fries and coleslaw combo.
Dude, you can't beat that.
Dude,
I don't know, but it's not a super big
I'm
boy.
going
I like the
tomorrow.
super big boy.
I don't think
I
this
can
thing-
tell
don't
you
think it
haven't missed too
expired.
many of them.
I don't
You
think
gotta
it,
find
I have missed a lot. Hey, big boy hasn't been open.
There's only 2 left.
Yeah, not many big boys left.
Hey,
boy.
just go get a Big Mac. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I know it's
Rich.
not. I know it's not. I'm
Rich,
just messing
don't
with
go
you.
there. Come on.
Go to Donkey.
Jeez,
we'll
Jasper.
Go to Donkey Burgers in Westland and go visit.
Oh,
Swingle.
with some braise,
Go visit
belly
Swingle.
busters.
Go visit Swingle.
We'll go visit Swingle. Maybe he'll pay the tab.
Swingle ain't
Oh,
paying no
yeah,
tab.
that'd be nice. But no, I love the ticket stuff.
All right.
Um,
What do we got next here? We got to keep moving along here. We've
do
been
you
all
have
over
your
the place.
top 5.
Whoa, top.
Oh, wait.
All right. Hip Hips top 5 this week.
What is I can't even imagine
Woo.
what's written on that paper.
I tell you, stadiums open back up somewhat,
Yeah.
and we starting to get concessions now.
Fans are back in the stands.
You know,
Butts are in the
and
seats.
I love food concessions.
You do.
I do. I know it's a shocking I do, but I do.
This is a revelation.
We are talking top 5 food concessions at a ball game.
Okay.
Okay. Specifically baseball, so to say. Number 5, Pat. We start off with
Ask me about my winner.
We are not there yet, Rich, but we will be there soon. Number 5. We're going to start off with the sweet tooth with Dippin Dots.
What? Dippin Dots, number 5?
Yes.
Would you take Dippin Dots over a helmet Sundae?
They don't make helmet Sundays anymore.
Yes, they do.
No.
They absolutely make it.
What about these?
These nuts. Got him.
Wow.
Swingle chicken. Uh-oh.
Extra mayo.
Dippin
Oh,
Dots.
No, George likes the foot long extra mayo.
Swingle. Once again, this is our show. You
Dippin'
want to make your own
Dots.
top 5 list? You
Dippin'
go ahead.
Dots, what are you, 8?
No, the Dippin Dots are
Oh my!
the banana split Dippin Dots are the best.
First dog.
Okay. Anyways,
We'll agree to this.
Hopefully this list gets better.
number 4, nachos.
With or without the jalapeno?
Without, I'm not a jalapeno guy. I'm not a jalapeno guy
With-
Gotta go. You have to
because
go
the
with.
sauce, the cheese sauce, already has some jalapeno in it.
Running for the bathroom. You don't want to take a shit at
Oh, I do not. No.
Form-fitting toilet seat.
Whew.
Itches your
They
ass.
piss all over them.
Yeah,
you-
no, it's where you layered it up, all around that toilet seat. Back in the 80s when you had AIDS, you don't want to get it.
You gotta build the cocoon.
That's right. Number 3, it's kind of there. Good brat, but a good brat
Yeah, but you can't do
with the peppers and onions.
for sure.
You know.
But do you do a brat and a dog on at the same
Well,
event?
I'm ranking them. We're at number 3 right now.
Okay.
All right, number 2, a pretzel. The big old pretzel.
What, mustard, yellow
Mustard.
mustard or cheese?
Yes. Oh,
I'm more of a mustard guy, but I will do cheese. I mean, but mustard's solid. I love mustard.
Salted or unsalted on the pretzel?
Oh, you gotta go salted because
Absolutely.
you gotta drink more beer.
Absolutely.
Because this is top 5 food concessions, beverage concessions. Put it that way. And number 1, it's got to be the hot dog.
question.
Okay, I was waiting for these questions. Go ahead. Question over there.
Ketchup or no ketchup?
The fuck you said ketchup? Get out of here. Go. Just
Knock
go.
him out. He's
I'm
tossed.
trying to prove a point.
Is this a question or a
Do
statement?
you put ketchup on your hot dog?
Hell no.
Thank you. Thank you.
Never.
You don't go
Never.
chop,
Ketchup
huh?
doesn't
No
belong
chop?
on a hot dog.
Never.
No.
No chop.
That is wrong.
It's sacrilegious.
It is.
We don't live in Canada.
There is a
Disgusting.
glaring omission from that list. This is baseball concessions.
This is Hip Hip's top 5.
Peanuts.
Well,
Good
out
call.
at the stadium or outside the stadium?
Well,
Could be either or.
in COVID times.
These nuts. Got him.
Got him. I tell you though,
I think you got to kick Dippin Dots off and put peanuts on
I did. I was trying to get cute with the Dippin Dots. I'll be honest. I got caught.
there. You got caught with your pants down on Grindr is what happened.
Wow.
Oh,
Jeez, my
Oh.
Hugh Hefner slippers
What happened
fell
there?
off.
Your slippers?
My
Pat's not wearing pants. He's just wearing slippers
Yeah.
below.
It's coaching shoes.
Coach
right.
Pat.
That's right.
Coach Pat.
Do you coach with the slippers on?
No. Sometimes in boat shoes, depending on the venue.
Boat shoes.
Yep.
Hmm.
We'll get into that this summer.
We're gonna be on the
With
boat live.
with Easy Speak. When they open up the dome.
Are they gonna we're gonna sit on the back of the boat there?
We're taking the show.
Oh, we're gonna be on Whitmore Lake.
Tom's gonna be spraying a hose, making it look like we're in the water.
It's like playing in Houston with the retractable.
Ooh, that is true.
But no, I love it.
Okay.
It's a good start to a list. Plenty more discussion to be had, but there's work to be done there.
Wow.
I like it though.
Thanks. I
No,
appreciate
good
it.
effort.
That's the nicest thing you said to me this whole
good
show.
effort. We'll coach you up.
Okay. All right. Where we at now? Where we at?
We're
Oh, no, we're not. Are we here already?
What up with that?
Wow.
What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that? He said she
What up with that?
All right, so for this week, what up with that? I am I guess I'm not amazed. It's gotten downright disgusting. We talked about recent football card launches, national treasures, obviously the creme de la creme of any sport that they drop, but primarily football and basketball is that's where the collectors go. All right, so National Treasures launched last week. A hobby box of National Treasures includes 1 pack of 8 cards.
Yep.
Of those 8 cards, you'll get 3 autograph cards. Very nice. On card auto, you get your patches. Producer Jasper, what do you think is a reasonable amount to pay for a box of cards?
Now, how many we're getting how many autos again?
3.
Okay.
On card autos.
And you're getting what?
gonna get
1
some relics.
base.
You
and then
get
relic.
3 base.
3 base. Okay.
Yep. A relic.
This is all in
2.
1 pack or a box?
It's 1 pack.
1 pack, 1 box.
One box includes one. It's 1 pack of 8 cards.
And you said 3 autographs?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
And some will have the nice.
Probably a lot more than I would probably spend, but I would probably say, probably $250.
Okay.
How does $4,000 sound?
Are you fucking serious?
What's up with
What up with that?
What up with that? What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that?
$4,000 for a hobby box. It is mind-boggling. $4,000.
Wow.
For 8 cards. That's where we're at with the hobby right now. So the only way to access cards like that, you get in a break, maybe you hit something. I don't, but it's absurd. I don't know. What up with that? What up with that?
I'm going to say we got a comment here, and I'm going to tell you right now, Joe Swingle, man of, it seems like a lot of funds to buy cards. I would be that dork, and I'm that dork every fucking Friday at Meijer.
Oh, is he?
I will-
No, Jasper is.
I am. I will
Jasper is. stand
in line for cards.
Oh,
I don't give a
Jasper.
shit.
Asking for a friend.
I don't care.
Hey, what's the best thing you've scored from your time spent waiting in line at Meijer? You got a couple basketball blasters, right?
Yeah, I got a couple basketball. I mean, nothing spectacular. I mean, I got a
It's all
couple
about
here and there.
It's all about the chase.
Yeah, I mean,
Getting in that line.
I mean, the most enjoyment I really get out of like the whole card thing is when I get into a bidding war with Joe Swingle,
that's not a place you want to be.
and then
That's not a place
and then I like the Eagles. I take it to the limit, and then I bail out
That's
because
bad.
and then
Second bad joke.
is
in
Mickey
this.
because I'm not one to be like that.
as Mickey Redmond says, this is no place for a nervous person.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Dude, if you would have saw me, I was sitting right there at that chair right behind you, Pat, and I was like, and Tom was sitting next to me. I'm like, all right, man, my limit's like $200, and that's it. Because I researched that box. I'm like 200, that's it. And then it got to like, it got to 200. I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, I have to. And it's funny because you sit there and look, you're like, I'm going to lose a box of cards over fucking $3, but $3 turns into 10, then it turns into another 20, then it turns into another 40, and
It's about pacing yourself for those auctions and understanding like what is the what's your limit?
Well, that I set the limit on that, and I was like, that's it.
That's-
So what up with that?
Oh,
I got you. I got you, Swingle. Don't worry about that, buddy. He said he goes, I've loosened up. Laugh out loud.
he's shown the softer side. The softer side of Swingle is.
Yeah, no, there's no soft side of Swingle.
I'll tell you what. Let's get to our next topic of the night. Coach Pat's Market Minute, who just threw all his sheets.
I just threw my papers.
He wasn't even prepared for this. Now
How did he throw his sheets?
he did. He just tossed them. He just was so angry at what up with that. And we're taking the camera off him. Should we put it back on him there? Well,
Yes,
just-
he's picking his shit up.
Look at this. He
We're
can't
back. We're back.
know what he's doing here.
Picking up the pieces.
So-
Picking up the pieces.
Coach Pat's Market Minute. And then we're going to be doing a free giveaway next, kids.
That'll top it off.
Hey, are you that hammered? You can't
What-
flip your thing
What is
around?
yeah, look at your cans are like all inside
What
out,
are you talking about, my cans?
left and right, buddy. They're inside. Look at it. See, it says L and R.
Right.
Brain's still
Very simple.
I mean, come on.
It's been a long day.
He's only coaching first, I imagine. There's no way he's coaching third.
Actually, no,
There's
he's
way
actually,
too much confusion
Actually,
there.
he's probably on third base with game changer in his hand as he's
Yeah.
scoring the game as
How
well.
many outs are
Are we good
Yeah.
now?
How many outs?
We good? Okay.
We're good.
We're live.
How many outs? Two
Why do you got
outs,
a
two down?
flat brim, by the way? That's so
Huh?
stupid looking at flat brim.
You're not big on the flat
I'm not big
brim?
on flat brims.
So you just get the hat and just bend the
I
shit
do.
out
I
of it.
love the curve it, baby. Love the curve.
He likes to serve the curve to the nurse at the
I bet he
the
does.
male nurse
I bet
at
he
Providence.
There we
He
go.
loved- I bet he loved that curve. I bet he loved that
But
curve.
check in with Swingle there. You made a
Yeah, Swingle said hopefully the wife will see the hard side soon.
little. Oh.
Well, hey, wasn't he the
I
one that
can't
just
laugh
got
at
that
that
card?
one.
Didn't he get that card from your auction that his wife want? His wife was a big fan. I'm getting it for my wife for Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a
Yelich.
Mother's?
Was it a Yelich card?
Yeah, I think it might have been a Yelich
Christian
card.
Yelich.
Anyway, let's go to this market minute.
Market minute. So again, I'm sticking on the same theme of football, and we've talked about Select tonight as well. So Select launched about 10 or so days ago, and National Treasures was just right behind it. So I think Select has kind of gotten lost in the shuffle. It really didn't get enough time in the spotlight.
Lost in translation there.
Yep. So, and I think right now, like I've said, I think the next 7 to 10 days is a good time to start buying football. So you look at, some of the three of the studs from last year's NFL draft: Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Tua. Those I look at as the big three of last year's draft. So in their select cards their cards in general in the last 7 days, Herbert is down 16.6%. Burrow, 18.7, Tua, 12.2. Most of that gap is in the Select brand. So Select has 4 different levels of cards. So Concourse is kind of the base level card. Then you go Premier, Field, Club level. So I'll start with Justin Herbert. He's the hot rookie that everybody chases. So on April 6th, on his Concourse version of Select, that card was going for $235 on
This is
April.
the base.
Yep.
Okay.
Today, that same card is going for $88.
Who is this?
Justin Herbert.
Really?
Yep. That's a 62% drop. So people rip these cards. They get Select. They get it on the internet as fast as they can. But, you've also got Prism out there. Now that National Treasures is out, Select is taking a big time back seat. So I would really start looking at this. I'll give you an example on Burrow. So Burrow's Concourse card, April 6th, $82. Today, $40. That's a 51% drop.
Wow.
So Tua is another one. April 7th, right when it dropped, $70 on his Concourse. Today, $23. 66% drop. So as an investor, I would be on eBay looking at Herbert, Burrow, Tua select lots, whether it's Concourse, Premier, Field. Field level is the top. That's a very high end.
Yeah.
And you're going to see very low popcorns. But I think people are starting to build, collections to submit to PSA when they eventually open, hopefully on July 1. And to me, these would be great cards to invest in, to start, stacking up a submission to get ready to send into PSA.
Yeah.
When you see value like this and you see, cards like this drop with these types of players, it's a good buying opportunity.
Yeah. Solid.
So take a look at it. Take a look at it out there, everybody. And I love Select. I know you do. But a hobby box of theirs is around $1,800 compared to National Treasures at $4,000 for 8 cards. What up with that?
We're still talking a lot of money on it. Either way,
It is. It is. It's a It's a very good brand, and it's a sleeping giant out there. So take a look at that. Take a look. Select Football.
All right.
Quiz time. Quiz time. Quiz time. Quiz time.
Trebek. All right. We got a little giveaway here, guys.
And this is courtesy of a great friend of the show, Mr. John Yu. I always like to say to John Yu, you the man. But John,
The Asian sensation.
yes,
That's right.
He was our guest on the last episode of the OC. He has so generously donated a autographed Lance Parrish official Major League Baseball inscribed with the 3-time Gold Glove winner.
Yeah, it's on an official Major League Baseball too. Rawlings official Major League ball. So high quality ball, getting the ball cube too with it. And can't thank John enough, man.
John
You guys
is
check
the-
out his place there in Livonia. He's awesome at framing. As you heard on our show, his just artistic view on what he wants to see with the framing sells it more than anything to me. You know, and I just think it's great.
His framing's the best. His gear,
His business ethics are the best. Number
Yeah.
one, let's go there. He cares about his customers,
He
and
does.
it's
He
big.
does.
So we're going to be giving away this Lance Parrish ball once again, courtesy of Pro Sports Zone in Livonia. And a trivia question. This is going to work. I'm going to ask the trivia question. First person that our great producer here, Richard Jasper, sees come across the screen will win it. The first correct answer. So it is inscribed 3 times Gold Glove. He won 3 consecutive Gold Gloves. What years were those Gold Gloves he won them in order there? He won consecutive.
3
Usually means in order.
consecutive Gold Gloves.
Yep,
The big wheel, Lance Parrish.
the big wheel.
Was recruited to play football.
Rich,
at
do you know the right
UCLA.
answer on this? Just in
Yeah, I
case.
do.
Okay.
Really? I'm just waiting for them to come in. We got 15 people on.
Okay.
Swingle automatic. No
Swing.
Google either.
Somebody's Googling right
Somebody's Googling right
it's-
now.
You can tell us- you can-
Corey, raw. Oh,
you
we
can-
got a wrong answer. What do we say to that?
We say this.
At no point in your rambling,
This is for you, Corey.
incoherent response were you even close to anything that
So
could be
if you
considered a
answer
rational
wrong
thought.
incorrectly, are you done? Are you
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having
You can
listened
tell
to it.
someone's Googling the answer.
I award you no points,
Saying that.
and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's not it yet. We don't see it yet.
No.
Wow.
This is going to take. Let's see how long we got.
No Googling either.
Yeah. You Googlers. See ya.
Google, we find you.
We
Yeah.
know if you are looking.
Big brother is watching.
Obviously, this is taking too damn long.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
What do we got? We got a winner there?
I think we
Is
do.
it the Giant?
It is the Giant.
The Giant.
The Giants.
The
You
Giant.
got it. Oh, one more. There you go.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
So, you guys, I gotta play this because so the winner that we have right here. So we got a winner, and the winner is gonna out to this guy right here. So, if those who don't know, he is always a member of our show, and
Great.
yeah, congratulations
Oh,
to you, JP.
Congrats.
JP, way to go,
Good job,
JP.
JP.
Way to go, JP.
Great job, JP.
Congratulations.
Thanks for watching, buddy.
And for you guys that don't know, he had an eventful night last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did.
Oh, he had an
He did.
eventful. Yeah,
Took a little bit of the
magnesium
Oh,
citrate
did he
last
take
night.
That stuff?
yes.
We'll show you
Get
the.
that man a diaper.
Clean you out there.
At 10:30, he took it. At 7:30, he was still shit.
So I'll tell you what, guys, big show this week. Appreciate y'all. I mean, Rich, Tom, thank you, man.
Thank
I mean,
you, Tom.
seriously,
Thank you, Tom.
it's huge. And Rich, always, man, it's golden.
Hey,
We can't do this without you guys. This
Yeah.
is so much fun.
hey, we enjoy it.
So much
Yeah,
fun.
Thank
And
you, guys.
we are going to be trying to get a set day set. We're going to work it out best we can. Pat's coaching his boys. Rich is coaching his boys in baseball. And we're going to try to find something that works and try to keep it more continuous as we can. And if not, we're going to just kind of fill it in days
the
and
element of
years.
surprise is sometimes a good thing. We'll do like a
It is.
pop-up OC, but no, we'll
Try our
I
best,
agree.
and we're gonna work on getting more guests here in the future, as always. And hope you guys enjoyed episode 4.
Thank you all
Pat, what do you
for-
got?
No, thank you all for joining us. Congrats
thank you, everybody.
Congrats to JP, and thanks to our
Yeah,
gracious producers and hosts. And
thanks to John Yu again, man.
yeah,
Big
John,
time,
you,
John Yu.
absolutely. And hope to see you guys next week for episode number 5.
Thanks.
Have a good one, everybody.